Alright. So the next SCP is actually one we've done before. It's this one.
Nine. We're gonna have to read it again, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I gotta get its nickname, though. Alright. SCP-940, aka Arane Marionettes. Yeah, I'll read this one.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chu might not like this SCP.
Warning, this SCP is parasitic and does very unnice things to the body.
Alright. SCP-940. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. And Chu goes to leave. That's fair, Chu.
We love you, Chu!
Yeah, we love you. All known samples of SCP-940 larvae are currently in containment. Systemically purging of 940 adult samples from civilians is currently, as of redacted, being spearheaded by a combination of Area 14 research personnel and Mobile Task Force Omicron 7, aka Orchid. Samples of Foundation strengthened redacted are in the process of being added to commercially available insecticides, which is expected to prevent any more wild strains of 940 from arising. All 940 infectees are to be treated with Class 4 biohazards and are to be contained and transported under heavy sedation to Area 14, or otherwise terminated. The deceased body is infected with any 940 strain, regardless of developmental stage, are to be incinerated. Description: SCP-940 is a parasitoid organism with some superficial similarities to troglodytic members of the class Arachnida. Adult specimens are highly agile and possess leg spans from 4 to 7 meters. Due to the difficulty in separating 940 from their host, average weight and body size are moot considerations. Each of their 8 translucent legs is dotted regularly with 6 types of specialized sensory organs: IR-sensitive pit organs, ampullae of Lorenzini, compound and non-compound eyes sensitive to UV, and 2 additional organs of indeterminate function. An end-enlarged tarsal claws, possessing scopulae and cetules, common amongst species of hunting spiders, and allowing them to climb sheer vertical surfaces with ease. 940 possesses a radical nerve net similar to Asteroidea or the common starfish, and no certain central nervous system. The possibility that 940 rely on their host's brain power for processing of external stimuli cannot be ruled out at this time. Infection occurs following exposure to bodily fluids containing 940 eggs and larvae, and the life cycle of 940 from the initial infection to maturity is as follows. Stage 1. Infection occurs when exposure of bodily fluids contaminated with 940 eggs and or larvae. While larvae at this point are too small to be seen by the human eye, microscopic testing has revealed eggs are typically no larger than 3 to 5 microns in diameter. 940 larvae in the only stage of its life cycle with many organ systems necessary for survival prior to integration with the host possess leg spans from 7 to 17 microns. Stage 2. The first 940 larvae to hatch will begin cannibalizing any unhatched eggs, then each other, in order to ensure only one larva develops into an adult within a given host. Hosts will often complain of abdominal and chest pains at this stage. Note: cases of as many as 5 larvae reaching maturity within a single host, though rare due to competitiveness between larvae for a host and enormous strain placed upon the host's body, have been documented. Stage 3. The remaining 940 larvae migrates to the chest cavity, typically attaching to a major artery. The heart or spinal cord positioned with its legs oriented toward the host's back, internal organ systems of the larva begin atrophying. Stage 4. The carapace of 940's larva's body breaks down, legs remain intact, the circulatory system of the larva conjoins with that of the host, as does its nervous system, though to a lesser extent. Larva begins producing a number of enzymes which cause the host body to increase production of a number of hormones, including human growth hormone, earlier abdominal and chest pain subsides. The host experiences an increase in appetite and general listlessness. Stage 5. Approximately 3 weeks after initial infection, SCP-940 begins to alter serotonin and dopamine levels in host's brain, causing hosts to experience feelings of happiness and well-being. The legs of the larva, now supplied blood and nutrients by the host's circulatory system, begin to penetrate the skin of the host's back. Hosts typically do not report any discomfort or alarm at this and rarely seek treatment. Stage 6. Approximately 5 weeks after initial infection, SCP-940 reaches full size and maturity. Hosts are secretive about their condition. A form of communication is believed to occur between 940 and its host. For example, hosts have displayed a vague awareness of things occurring behind them. 940 specimens often retract their legs, folding them flat against the host's back, allowing them to be concealed with relative ease by clothing. Additionally, 940 triggers an increase in levels of testosterone in host's body, leading to increased libido. Infection of new hosts is facilitated through contact with bodily fluids contaminated with 940 eggs, which is usually accomplished via coitus with the infected host. Stage 7. All infected individuals that have survived 6 weeks of infection are considered to be in Stage 7. Stage 7 infectees report loss of a sense of individuality, gradual clouding of the eyes leading to loss of eyesight, accumulating in near total blindness, and bouts of catatonia and catalepsy. Death is typically due to aneurysm caused by skyrocketing blood pressure, heart or kidney failure, or a saturation. Infected at this stage can be identified by the strange choking sound they issue as they attempt to draw in more oxygen than is possible. When host biologically dies, 940 will continue to animate the corpse by means of its limbs, entering a berserk state. In this state, 940 will attempt to reproduce and infect with no regard for concealment, generally inflicting physical violence and blood transmission to do so. This state can last from 1 to 3 days before 940 expires. Treatment with intravenous antiparasitic compound is possible if administered prior to infection advancing to Stage 3. Addendum. Stage 6 and above adult 940 samples, when not attempting to conceal their identities, are extremely agile and capable predators. Through the use of their powerful limbs and multiple sensory organs, they are highly adept at evading capture. Field agents are to be highly cautious and equipped with MOPP-4 gear at all times to prevent infection. The Foundation issued nerve gas grenades for suppression purposes. SCP-940-01. On Redacted, agent researchers Redacted failed to return a live sample of 940 larvae to cold storage, instead allowing the sample to remain unattended in a lab for approximately 45 minutes while on lunch break. The resulting breach of containment resulted in 7 940 infections amongst research and security personnel, and another 5 D-Class personnel. The infected wing of Area 14 was isolated for decontamination, and affected Foundation personnel administered intravenous antiparasitic compound. All received treatment within 6 hours of infection and made full recoveries. Infected D-Class personnel were isolated for observation so as to establish a progression of 940 infection and determine how long it remains treatable. Observations of subjects D-940-01, -02, and -03 form the basis of the infections given permission above. Subject D-940-04 is the only infectee that did not follow the above reported progression due to multiple larvae reaching maturity. D-940-04 was terminated 3 weeks into the process when the accelerated symptoms resulted in her progression to stage 7, completely bypassing stages 5 and 6. Subject D-940-05 was initially believed to be uninfected, displaying no symptoms of 940 infection. After 3 weeks, a full examination found -05 to be pregnant, and the unborn fetus was infected. The fetus D-940-06 was allowed to mature. D-940-05 was kept unaware of its condition. Both expired when the legs of 940 penetrated 05's uterus. 06 is preserved, kept in carcinogenic storage, and armed biocontainment area 14 for study. Alright, who is ready for the thumbnail?
Let's see how cringy it gets.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
4.
What even is it?
I think it's a spider on top of her,
Yeah.
which is not what it is.
Nope, it's not. So, yeah. That's a 4. Alright.
Could they at least try to make it look like a tick?
Nope. If your friend started to look and act weird, take a closer look at his back. If you notice a spider leg sprouting out of it, you are in mortal danger. That means you're facing SCP-940, a spider puppet master. And this parasite already took control of your pal.
I think we can already click inaccurate design of the SCP.
Wrong SCP design. Let's see. Clickbait thumbnail. Covers video, no license given. Alright, let's go. What the fuck?
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, doing the things a spider can. Will he kill you? Who knows?
Slow down!
Watch out!
No.
There goes the Spider-Man. Just pretend I never sang that.
I'm gonna click added violence.
Yeah.
So that happened a week
I mean-
before.
Technically, the last stage does involve people getting more aggressive, but it doesn't typically involve giant fires,
Thank
guns, and motorcycles.
If I had known what was going to happen next, I would have never come here. But I had no idea. I was naive. The holidays were over, and I had just returned to the college campus.
Hey guys, look who's here!
Love you too, you lugs.
That's not how college
You ready
works.
for your final year? You even come up with your thesis yet?
At no point when I was going to
Buzz
college
off, Stefan.
did I just enter the main building and have a party right there.
Yeah.
Let me enjoy my last day on holiday.
Did you have a nice vacation with Thomas? Hey everyone, you know where this cutie spent her holidays?
campus
On an
typically
island
closed on
in the middle of the
holidays.
Pacific. Her fiance's a lighthouse keeper.
It's just a side job. He's working on his geology thesis.
Yeah, sure. Must be having fun rubbing his lighthouse all alone.
You jerk!
Wow.
What a bitch! She deserves better.
Yeah.
Shit! What's all this commotion? You know parties aren't allowed on campus property? Do you want to be expelled?
No, sir.
What's this?
Just soda.
Really? Miss Phillips, I'm extremely disappointed to witness such reckless behavior from one of the brightest students at our
Teacher
university.
wouldn't drink what they
I'm
think
sorry,
might be
Mr.
alcohol.
Brooks.
Yeah.
Now, I hope this is a one-time mistake.
They would smell it at most, but not
Damn it.
drink it.
Yeah.
How did he find out about the party?
That's actually illegal.
I think his lovely daughter might have had something to do with it. Grace Brooks was a fellow student. She was never welcome to any of our
Why is
parties
there a
due to
random
her
spider
shitty
on her
attitude.
shoulder?
We need to teach her a lesson.
I don't know.
She wants a party, she'll get one.
Grace, how was your vacation?
Why do you care?
Look, we must have started off on the wrong foot. Can't we just bury the hatchet for both of our sakes?
Dad and I went traveling around Australia all summer.
Cute pet. Is that where you got him?
Yeah, I love spiders.
Me too. Listen, we're having a party tonight. You want to join?
For real?
Sure. The guys will be glad to see you there.
I'm not feeling so great today. Maybe next time.
Oh, come on. You're gonna love it. So, we'll see you tonight.
She said no.
Right.
Poor
No
thing
means
had no
no.
idea what Stefan had in store for her. Grace had shown up just as expected, but she wasn't looking too well.
Guys, I really don't feel well. My stomach's in knots.
Here, this'll fix you right up.
Everything was going according to plan. She passed out only after a few shots. Then Stefan got to work.
Oh my god, what?
And done. Well,
Oh,
then,
that's not
you
what I
little
was thinking.
Snitch, tell Daddy we said hi. He'll be overjoyed to see you like this. Ah!
It's inside. It's inside. It wants.
Let go, you freak!
What?
Host must spread.
Grace, calm down!
Grab her!
I'm ready. I'm ready. Come here.
Jesus! Grace, are you okay?
Guys? I don't feel a pulse.
Somebody call 911!
Wait, no!
Stefan, are you out of your mind?
Listen, we can't help her. And when the professor finds out that we got his daughter drunk and then killed her,
This was an accident!
doesn't matter. Even if that's the case, you'll definitely get expelled. We all will.
Jesus! I was in deep shit. My parents sacrificed
What the
too much to get
fuck?
me into this college. I couldn't let this ruin my future. Okay, well then, what's your plan? God, are we really doing this?
We all agreed that this was the best thing to do, right? 1, 2, 3.
That is like only he said
Now
it was the
what?
best thing.
Also, that is not deep enough for not a search dog not to find it. You have to dig it like
but
really
technically
deep.
The body would resurface after a few days due to how thin that grave is.
Yeah.
Not like either a few days, a few weeks. Either way, things don't just stay buried because you kind of buried it underground.
Yeah, you have to dig it super far deep.
That's why graveyards dig very deep holes.
Yeah.
You don't want to see Grandma pop up in 10 years. Coming to visit her grave, see the fucking thing popped up above, like, dude, what the fuck? We're still paying you!
Yeah.
What?
What the hell is that coming out of her body?
Forget about it. You trying to get us caught?
Shit. Alright. That was it. Couldn't turn back now.
Hurry up, Eve!
I'm coming. They've already started an investigation? Shit, what do we do?
Calm down. We can handle this. Relax, would you? We just buried our classmate yesterday written all over your faces.
Shut up. That's when
My
we
God.
realized what all the commotion was about.
No way.
Isn't
That's the
like an
professor.
actual college in the
Turns
slightest.
Yeah.
Now, Professor Brooks hasn't been feeling well lately either. Today, he felt short of breath, clutched at his heart, and dropped dead. But that was just the start of our nightmare.
Why the long faces? It's like you've seen a ghost.
No one could say a word. We buried her yesterday, and today, she just spoke to us as if nothing had happened, and her father's body hadn't just been carried out of the hall.
Don't worry, at least we had a great party. I'll keep this little secret between us, but only if Stefan comes to visit me after class.
Grace, we didn't mean to.
Relax, handsome.
At
See you
least
tonight.
She seems to know who's responsible.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Better the ticket.
That was a good
knows.
question. Only, neither of us had an answer.
All right. Professor Donald Brooks, 50 years old, supposed cause of death, heart attack. What the hell? What the hell? How? I gotta report this. I don't understand. Damn.
And he's infected.
Mr. Fesh,
It's just Harry. What are we dealing with here?
delivered from the Eastport morgue. That's the campus at...
I know where it is, Amy. Looks like spider legs.
I hate spiders. Any idea what we're dealing with?
One thing's for sure, he didn't die of a heart attack. Did you wipe the pathologist's memory?
With the Class A amnestic, sure.
Damn.
Like I said, he's
No
infected.
more microwavable burritos.
Why does he have the gloves on still? Oh,
What the?
it shouldn't be that fast, right?
I
So,
quickly
became
discovered the
an
spider
adult
we
in one
extracted
day?
from Brooks's
Yes.
heart was, in essence, a parasitic.
Yes, it did, Jerry.
Okay.
Also, why did they make him look like Chris Hemsworth?
I don't know. But unpause it, it looks creepy.
Yeah.
organism. It tried to attach to a large
I
blood vessel
return.
and instantly.
Oh, hey!
Welcome back.
What are we on?
We're on SCP-940.
Yep, it's an SCP about a tick, and the story turned it into a spider.
Basically, it goes through 7 stages, infects and changes the host's body, in a sense.
Yes, so it takes quite a bit of time to develop and grow, and here it now develops and grows within a day.
Would you like a rundown of the stages?
I suppose basically.
Alright.
Although, like, I question how they, like, did they actually say that it's a spider?
Yes.
Yeah, they say in the description, if you notice spider legs spouting out of... if your friend is starting to look and act weird, take a closer look at his back. If you notice spider legs spouting out of it, you are in mortal danger. That means you're facing SCP-940, a spider puppet master.
Yeah,
I guess
it's
they
supposed
just-
to be a tick.
I
Yeah.
guess they just think that arachnid means spider and that's it then?
Yeah, also, here's what it looks like right here. Is that a spider to you?
Well, I mean, it could be a spider, depending on the lineage, but it's pretty obviously more of a tick.
Yeah. Alright, so here's the stages. I'll reread them so you can understand. Alright. Stage 1. Infection occurs when exposure to bodily fluids is contaminated with 940 eggs and or larvae. While larvae at this point are too small to be seen by the human eye, microscopic testing has revealed eggs are typically no larger than 3 to 5 microns in diameter. 940 larvae, the only stage of its life cycle with many organ systems necessary for survival prior to integration with a host possess leg spans from 7 to 17 microns. Stage 2. The first 940 larvae to hatch will begin cannibalizing any unhatched eggs, then each other in order to ensure only one larva develops into an adult within a given host. Hosts will often complain of abdominal and chest pains at this stage. Note, cases of as many as 5 larvae reaching maturity within a single host, though rare due to competitiveness between larvae for a host and the enormous strain placed upon the host's body, have been documented. It was on a D-class subject. They killed it instantly. Stage 3. The remaining 940 larvae migrates to the chest cavity, typically attaching to a major artery, the heart or spinal cord positioned with its legs oriented toward the host's back. Internal organ systems of the larva begin atrophying. Stage 4. The carapace of 940's larva's body breaks down, legs remain intact. The circulatory system of the larva conjoins with that of the host, as does its nervous system, though to a lesser extent. The larva begins producing a number of enzymes which causes the host body to increase production of a number of hormones, including human growth hormone. Earlier abdominal and chest pain subsides, the host experiences an increase in appetite and general listlessness. Stage 5. Approximately 3 weeks after initial infection, 940 began to alter serotonin and dopamine levels in the host's brain, causing hosts to experience feelings of happiness and well-being. The legs of the larva, now supplied blood and nutrients by the host's circulatory system, began to penetrate the skin of the host's back. Hosts typically do not report any discomfort or alarm at this and rarely seek treatment. Stage 6. Approximately 5 weeks after initial infection, 940 reaches full size and maturity. Hosts are secretive about their condition. A form of communication is believed to occur between 940 and its host. For example, hosts have displayed a vague awareness of things occurring behind them. 940 specimens often retract their legs, folding them flat against the host's back, allowing them to be concealed with relative ease by clothing. Additionally, 940 triggers an increase in the levels of testosterone in host's body, leading to increased libido. Infection of new host is facilitated through contact with bodily fluids contaminated with 940 eggs. This is usually accomplished via coitus with an infected host. In the final stage, Stage 7, all infected individuals that have survived 6 weeks of infection are considered to be in Stage 7. Stage 7 infectees report the loss of a sense of individuality, gradual clouding of the eyes leading to loss of eyesight, and culminating in near total blindness, and bouts of catatonia and catalepsy. Death is typically due to aneurysm caused by skyrocketing blood pressure, heart and kidney failure, or exsanguination. Infected at this stage can be identified by the strange choking sound they issue as they attempt to draw in more oxygen than is possible. When the host biologically dies, 940 will continue to animate the corpse by means of its limbs, entering a berserk state. In this state, 940 will attempt to reproduce and infect with no regard for concealment, generally inflicting physical violence and blood transmission to do so. This state can last from 1 to 3 days before 940 expires. So have you gotten a good feel of 940 now?
Okay, yeah, and also,
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, no, this is a very disturbing SCP.
A fucking sexually transmitted tick that basically does the cordyceps thing, but instead of fungus, it's a tick. Wonderful.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking to see how long the legs are, because it didn't say in there. Okay, the leg can span from 4 to 7 meters. When this is like, the stage where legs start poking out.
Yeah, meaning the legs get fucking huge, bigger than the person.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a human that is 5 meters tall.
Yeah, I just thought
Let
to say
alone
that.
5 to 7.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, as a side note, let me actually double check what the tallest human was.
All right. Yeah, so I just want to make sure you got a good feel of the SCP so you don't get confused.
Yeah. Let's see. The tallest height recorded was 8 feet, 11.1 inches, which is 2 meters and 72.
2.72 meters.
Yeah, 2.72 meters. So, yeah, that's... And that guy was like a bean sprout in terms of like his physical proportions.
Yeah. So yeah.
Rest in peace, Robert Wadlow.
Yeah, so are we all ready to continue? Everyone's got understand what the SCP is now?
Yeah.
Oh, we should probably say should we rewind the video to the beginning or explain what we've seen so far?
I don't know. I feel like I want to just have the fever dream effect of just coming in with absolutely no context.
Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Also, Hatchet, it's just me, or does the guy here look like Chris Hemsworth?
I was thinking more Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah, I can see that too.
You are very lucky that it's not paused at the part where he looks fucking creepy.
I see. Also, how the fuck
Are
is
you
he?
doing that on purpose, Bright? Are you gonna move it to?
No, I just want to show
weird-
something to Hatchet that makes no sense. All right, so the morgmatician, I think that's how you call it. The people who check out the bodies.
Mortician?
Yeah, yeah, he got infected. In the same day, you'll see this. This is one day. One day
Okay.
infection. You ready?
Damn, I swear, no more microwavable burritos.
The infection makes sense, just not the speed.
What the? What? That's...
See a bit of a problem here? This is one day of infection.
1 day of infection, and he's showing distress at legs poking out of his back.
This takes 6 weeks.
Technically, it's been like, what, a few hours?
Oh yeah, true. Few hours, actually.
Let's just be frank. If that's how it actually worked, this would not be an effective parasite.
Yeah.
If they ran through hosts that quickly, it would die off pretty damn quickly.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason why most successful diseases have a long incubation period.
Mm-hmm. Harry, ready to continue?
Yeah.
I quickly discovered.
Come to think of it, is it a good idea to be eating cereal while I'm watching this?
Why not?
Probably not. Whatever.
The spider we extracted from
I like
Brooks's heart
arachnids.
was
Here's the picture thing Drew said looked creepy.
Right. Right. Any other facial expression than this blank Ken-like stare?
Yeah, he's got the 1,000-yard stare. He's seeing through time and space.
It's less the 1,000-yard stare and more like the stare you would expect from a doll that was designed to not understand emotion.
I kind of see that.
Yeah. Alright.
He is the Ken doll that looks better than Ken. No, he
In
doesn't look
essence-
as good as Ken. I just noticed his eyebrows don't match his hair.
a parasitic organism.
Well, maybe the
It
roots
tried to
do.
attach to a large
Yeah.
blood vessel and incidentally damaged the professor's heart. After that, they both died. I wonder how the parasite affects a living host.
Sir, something happened to the pathologist from Eastport, the one who did the autopsy. So far, all we know is that he went berserk and bit his family.
Shit! He's most likely infected. Get him and his family to the base now!
The task force is already on the way.
After visiting with Grace,
What?
Stefan started complaining of
Voice.
abdominal.
Also, real quick, that is the worst fucking coroner imaginable. These people are fucking trained to avoid coming in contact with the bodily fluids of the people that you're autopsying or working with for
Oh,
the
to be
exact
fair, that
reason of
actually
this.
happened because he was freaked out because he saw a giant spider in the organ.
Oh, well,
Then
okay.
again,
I guess that's a bit less of an issue, but still, like, you would think that they would have proper protection.
yeah, and I just realized that I've heard stories from coroners and apparently finding giant spiders or other insects in the body is common.
Oh my god.
Honestly, not that surprising. Like, someone who's been working in this field for any amount of time is gonna have seen some real shit.
Yeah, so they shouldn't have actually reacted that way. They just reacted the way someone would think a coroner would react.
Also, by the way, I meant to
Yeah.
say this earlier, but we almost have a bingo. If we somehow get transphobia in this video.
I don't think it will give us transphobia, sadly. Or not sadly. The night is young.
What I do know
Mhm.
is, oh, wait, give me a sec. I felt like I was gonna sneeze. What I do know is we should make a list of jobs that would be a higher likelihood of finding SCP writers among them. I feel like coroner would be one of those jobs. Because, like, they would have seen some shit to possibly put together a good story.
Yeah, also,
Yeah.
I know there's, like, a show director for Twitch that wrote an SCP. I forgot what SCP it was, though.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, play.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's continue.
No pain. He became as pale as a ghost and his eyes were blurry, like that of a dead fish. He wasn't the only one. Seems like everyone on campus had fallen under the weather.
Fish. Sorry, I had to do that. Go, you can continue.
Some way. If you think about it, it all started with the death of the professor. Then something strange happened with Grace. Maybe they brought some kind of infection back from Australia? Ugh, that nasty spider of hers. But why am I still not infected? I needed to get away from here, so I called Thomas.
SCP is Australian.
I guess. Does it even...
What was that tarantula?
I feel like that falls under racism?
Hold on. I don't think it actually has a stated point of where it was first discovered.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh no, is it really racism to say something freaky came from Australia?
Probably not.
It is kind of race. It is some. I don't think it's racist, but it's some bigoted thing. Since not everything deadly comes from Australia.
Yeah, but it's just Australia has an inordinate amount of deadly stuff come from it.
Well, it's just a weird bigoted trope to basically say that everything deadly comes from Australia or Africa.
Well, I feel like the better way to put it is like everything deadly comes from foreigners, or in some way like that. It's like
no, movies and books typically always pick either Australia or Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So either the country or the continent.
Mm-hmm.
The continent they treat like one country.
Well, yeah. With Africa, in that case.
Yeah, you ready to continue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get out of there, Yvonne. You there?
I'll call you back. God, you look...
Yvonne.
It's stage 7.
What?
That's the parasite they're going with.
It's just...
spider.
It's just a shrunk down Goliath bird eater.
Which isn't from Australia.
Oh no, the majority of Goliath bird eater species are actually from Australia.
Yeah, I know that
They
too.
yeah, a good number of them are like from like north what is it? Northwestern Australia. Oh wait, no, I think a good number of them live like in that rainforest in Australia.
Let me look them up. The Goliath bird eater found in northern South America.
I know for a fact I've heard about Goliath bird eaters from Australia as well.
Although the one shown from South America does not look like the one in the picture.
Ah, it might be a different species.
I know what it might be.
Mhm.
It might be that case where like uh the same common name is used for various different species. Cause yeah, there are definitely species of spiders that are like tarantumorphs or whatever they're called, that inhabit in uh Australia that people also call Goliath bird eaters.
Could be. Are you ready to continue now?
Let me look
Yeah.
up Australian tarantulas. Since tarantulas are different than spiders, they're not technically spiders, although we love to call them spiders.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That sounds off.
Hmm?
Yeah, technically, spiders, there are things that we call spiders that are technically not spiders.
No, yeah, but I'm pretty sure uh let's see. Oh, I think it's like one of those weird uh like not true spider thing in the same way like there's not true uh bass. Like there's true bass and then all the other things we call
There's
bass.
just a very large number of creatures within the same grouping, and some look a lot like spiders enough to pass as spiders, but they're not spiders.
Let's see.
Sort of like there's a lot of things we call crab, but not all of them are crab.
Wait, no, it looks like tarantulas are in the RNA.
I like how this SCP went from us just seeing one tarantula going straight into just the discussion about tarantulas.
Well, what do you expect? You got a couple invert nerds.
Yeah.
Invert nerds?
Invert nerds as in like interested in invertebrates.
Uh,
Yeah. Also, I wonder if that's an actual picture of a real life animal in that article or just photoshopped.
I don't think like it would look way better if it was. Oh, you mean in the article?
Yeah.
I don't know then.
Yeah, because there's no links into it, so we can't actually tell if this is photoshopped or not.
I think I found a picture of the spider they used. No, I think the issue is I cannot figure out its name. God
Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Wait! The tarantula in the video has 11 legs!
No, it doesn't.
There's 2 in the back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bright, there's an issue with your counting.
Oh.
Forward
There's,
to yeah. Go ahead.
besides, pause it. You see the two quote unquote legs at the front? Those are not legs, those are arms.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spiders have 10, like arachnids all have 10 appendages. Just 8 of them are legs.
Gotcha, never mind.
Let's see. Wikipedia, can you please just show me a proper... Yeah, here we are.
It is probably not the Queenland whistling spider. Is the barking spider. Let's see.
Oh, I just looked up Hatchet. No, the Goliath bird-eater tarantula is native to the rainforests of northern South America and does not live in Australia.
No, I was meaning like the
Oh.
like I know for a fact I've heard like some people refer to like some Australian spiders like that. I think it's just like one of those overlapping common names things. Like where we call like a whole bunch of sunfish bass even though they're not actually bass.
Yeah.
Huh. Let me go into... Sorry, I'm trying to cross-reference taxonomies real quick. Oh yeah, no. Tarantulas are in the spider. Yeah, they are spiders. Anything that's under RNA are spiders. Anyway, tangent aside.
Yeah.
Still need to figure out what the fuck that spider is.
I guess
Well, when you actually like just search tarantula, I think the exact spider pops up.
Yeah. Also, I just looked at it. The Australian Museum as their website. I just looked at all the spiders they have pictures of that live in their country, and none of them match that spider.
I can't hear you.
You're cutting out a bunch.
God damn it! I was saying on the Australian Museum website, they have a picture of all the tarantulas that live in their country. I looked at it, all of them, all the pictures. Not a single one matches the video. One in the video.
I will say the one I found closest to it is the Brazilian black tarantula.
I was gonna say I think it might be a Mexican red knee.
Oh, a Mexican red knee.
Yeah, I think that's what it's based on.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you're right. That does look more like it. They look almost exactly the same, those two, like pattern wise, but the Mexican red knee looks way more exactly like the exact pattern. Wait, no? I think they actually picked the Brazilian black tarantula. Look at the two pictures. The first one is the Brazilian black tarantula, and the second one is the Mexican red knee.
Bruh, they look almost identical, damn.
Yeah. But if you look, the one has the orange circle around the head. I'm not sure why we even call it the head since the brain is in the butt.
Oh no,
And
they
the
have
oth-
two brains.
Oh,
Yeah, they have two brains, but anyway.
Ready to continue the video?
so which one do you think it's more likely, the red knee or the Brazilian black?
Probably the Brazilian black.
Okay,
Because of like because of the black head and thorax.
yeah, so they went to Australia and came back with a Brazilian tarantula.
That's now living in their mouths.
We ready to continue?
Yeah, sure. So, sorry about the complete derailing there, Bright. You got spider nerds.
Yeah.
Also, considering its butt, it has the anatomy of what's likely a male. And I would
Yeah.
assume a female would be the one in there.
What are you?
Are they making them into zombies?
They're just making them zombies.
What
An
the?
hour later, the pathologist and his family were brought to the base. The woman and the boy were scared and injured, but alive. As for Mr. Hardy,
You think the professor would have ended up like this if he hadn't died?
I suspect this is the final stage of the parasite's development. To get a
Based
better
on
idea of what
what?
we were dealing with and how to help Mr. Hardy, I had to examine him, which was going.
What the
How
fuck?
did he end up that way in one day?
Yeah.
It's like
Actually, I
that
think
in one
the full
day.
day has it.
Also,
It's
we.
like that in one day, and
Yeah.
why only 6 legs?
Oh, I can't unsee it. Why 6 legs?
Also, here's the thing: we actually see what their legs look like. They're little, translucent, hairy legs.
Yeah, that's how
They
tick
all-
legs tend to look.
This is
They
not
also
translucent
have-
or hairy.
Because they're
Hold on.
basing it on spiders
Right.
rather than ticks.
Though they both have 8 legs with the ticks, at least they have more joints, which allows them smoother movement.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, Hatchet. And on the I'm gonna say this because I remember it. On the Professor Lucius video, they actually said that Jack. I think it was like, yeah, it was Jack the Ripper got infected by this or something like that.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Jack the Ripper.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a different real life attacker.
Oh yeah,
It
it
was
was
like
different.
Jumping Jack or something.
Oh yeah, Jumping
Oh, spring
Jack.
spring-heeled Jack.
Yeah,
Spring-heel Jack. There
Yeah.
we
That's
go.
like a pseudo cryptid figure.
yeah.
Weird, like that's a whole dealio in folklore.
Yeah, you ready to continue?
Which, oh wait, that okay, as a side note, that's actually like an almost brilliant association to make, because these things are sexually transmitted, and Spring-heeled Jack in a lot of his folklore is
Yeah.
not into consent.
Oh god.
Yeah, Spring-heeled Jack is pretty commonly described as having engaged in SA.
Damn.
So like that's a strangely on point conflation despite it being completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
They shot a basket. They shot a basket, the ball landed on their head, knocked them over, and still made it into the hoop.
Also, I didn't know Spring-heeled Jack was considered a cryptid since there's like supposedly a time when the attack started and a time when they stopped.
That happens sometimes. Like
Mhm.
I think it gets like a lot of folklore stuff just gets kind of mixed in with cryptid stuff, similar to like the werewolf of Gévaudan. Like where there's just like kind of like this big burst of activity, and then all of the hype around it kind of conglomerates a whole bunch of different accounts
So
into
some of the
one
cryptids are
supposed.
things that are mixed with reality and some aren't.
Yeah.
Very much so, yeah.
Huh.
It's actually very common for that to be the case.
Okay, so it includes ones that had actual victims like the werewolf and the Spring-heeled Jack. Because I know the one French werewolf had actual attacks. I don't know if it was a wolf, if something got loose.
Well, I think the general consensus, like from like actual researchers, is that one, a hyena escaped from a circus and was really like everyone in France obviously doesn't know what the fuck a hyena is, so they're gonna freak out at that.
Yeah,
And
that's valid.
Yeah, and alongside that, just various standard wolf attacks got like conglomerated into the Beast of Gévaudan story.
Fair.
Anyway,
Yeah,
let's continue this. The video's only about halfway over.
yeah.
Going to be hard to do considering he tried biting everyone who got close. Let's knock the big guy out. Amy, issue the guards a tranquilizer. A strong one, please.
Yes, sir.
I'll be damned.
Mr. Fish, is something wrong?
Mr. Fish.
Upon closer examination, it became clear that this object was more complicated than first thought. Michael Hardy had been dead for a couple of days now. The autopsy showed the cause of death was obviously a foreign organism in his
What?
body
Does that mean
after
they
the host
skipped a lot
died.
of time?
Yeah, they went straight to stage 7.
So they skipped months without telling us? We thought it was like a few fucking hours.
Oh, well, they did skip months in terms of the actual SCP, but since everything's sped up, it's probably just been a couple days.
God damn.
The parasite took over. Fascinating. But the spider itself didn't live long. Apparently, though, its life cycle was quite short. Now it was clear why Michael became aggressive and tried to bite everyone. Before death, the parasite tries to infect as many people as possible. And that means that...
Yeah.
Oh shit! Amy!
Wait, I just realized something. Do you think that they did this specifically so that they can avoid talking about the fact that, like, one of the major stages has to do with it being an STI? Do you think that they did it this way so
Probably.
that they can just avoid talking about sex for you two?
Yeah, that's the main way it gets around, too.
Also, something I'd like to say that I'm sure will drive at least some people mad. At the top of the vials, they show a bunch of them, but at the bottom, it's just one row.
Yeah.
Why did you point that out?
Da-na-na-na-na.
Okay.
Give me the family's blood samples now! My suspicion proved true. I found eggs and larvae of the parasite at different...
Okay, the larva doesn't look like that. We actually do have a picture of the larva, which is this. These little teeny little
Yeah,
things.
they
those
changed
are
it
the
from
eggs.
tiny little dots to
Oh wait, that's
sperm.
the eggs. Oh yeah, this is the larva. Right here, it looks like a tick.
Yeah, they just turned the eggs into sperm.
They turned
Larva.
the baby ticks into sperm, yeah.
Sperm in the blood, my favorite.
stages of development in the blood. Seems like these creatures grow at different rates between each organism. Conventional insecticides proved
Ow.
ineffective. We needed a cure, and we needed it now. But that wasn't the only problem. We didn't know how many people had been infected. One thing was clear. It all started with the Eastport campus. To prevent an epidemic, we were going to have to seal off and purge the town of parasites. This is Harry Fish, Area 14.
God, what's
Wait,
happening?
Harry Fish?
I rushed.
His name is Harry Fish. Just get a name change, bro.
Hey, change his last
Harry
name to Foot.
Fish? Mail for Harry Fish?
Hello, yes. Hello, Dr. Harry Fish.
Yeah.
Well, if he was a doctor, it would be Fish Harry. Oh no. Oh no.
I feel
To
like
the
this
security
is
post.
Sorry.
I feel like this is an appropriate time to mention that one of the fearsome critters I know of is the fur-bearing trout. It's just a trout with fur on it. Moving on.
They're relatives.
God, what's happening? I rushed to the security post to call for help. Officer Martinez, are you all right? No, what the hell?
There is no Martinez. Only this spider that does not match the other spider that infected the one lady.
Get over here.
Okay, here's the thing. This is getting to the bad part of stage 7 where it gets aggressive to spread itself, which indicates it does not so good things.
Also, absolute bullshit. I'm calling absolute bullshit. There's no way a human could outrun that.
Also,
Especially not someone that's not like an athlete. Go ahead.
Did you notice they gave monkey sound effects to the spider?
Oh yeah, that is what that sounded like. It's like monkey chittering.
Yeah.
No! Fuck off! Ah! You bitch!
You...
Grace? That wasn't Grace anymore. Some kind of creature had taken over
Well,
her
she's
body.
infected now.
She wasn't the only one possessed on campus, though. That's when I saw the helicopters. Finally! Hey! Over here!
Fire!
Shit!
Quiet. Don't shout or they'll get us too. We need to get out of here. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Hold on tight!
Slow down, Seven! Slow down!
What? Fuck.
I don't know.
No.
What the hell?
I think we can have 4 for added violence at this point.
I need it.
Oh, thank God! He was about to! I woke up in a medical ward. Weirdly enough, I was all right. Even though I clearly remembered somebody shooting me.
You awake? How are you feeling?
Now, are you gonna mention the pesticide-like drug they used to get rid of 940 in the wild, as well as infectees?
Are they gonna mention that she was almost bad touched?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't notice that? I'm pretty
No,
sure
I
you did.
noticed.
I have a headache.
You are a wonderful fish. You are not a hairy fish.
I think I'm pretty hairy. I'm not that hairy fish though. Fuck this guy.
Where
Yeah.
am I?
Let's just say you're in a foundation where you'll get the help you need. But first, you have to tell me everything.
Grace, Stefan, and everyone else. They've turned into monsters.
That we know. But where did it all start?
I think Professor Brooks and his daughter brought an infection back from Australia.
Get in touch with the Australian outpost. Have them check it out.
Yes, sir.
They're all dead now.
We were administering tranquilizer darts, so most of them are just unconscious until we find a way to get rid of these parasites.
So that's why I'm alive. But Grace, she bit me!
We ran a blood test. You're clean, although odd considering what you've been through. Perhaps with time, we'll be able to create an antidote based on your blood. Now,
Why do I get the feeling
some
he
rest.
lied to her?
My life had turned into a nightmare. I wanted to get the hell out of there and go back to the island. To Thomas.
If he hadn't
I
lied,
would-
think about this. He just said creating an antidote using her blood.
Yeah.
Be safe.
The boy didn't have much time left. The host doesn't live through the final stage. That's why I gave him the first dose of the antidote. There you go, bud. You'll be better in no time.
You little... he bit through the glove!
I checked mine in the kid's blood. Things weren't looking good. The antidote wasn't working.
Harry, Yvonne says her stomach is hurting.
Order an ultrasound quickly. I'll be there in a minute. Sir, this is Harry Fish. The antidote failed to stop the infection.
God.
And I have to report that I, too, have become infected.
Can Harry Fish
What's
please just
happening
die?
to me?
Yeah.
Hey, you said I wasn't infected.
Oh, she's pregnant. It's just
Yvonne,
she.
you
Oh my
are
God.
pregnant.
I'm what?
Which was in the article at the bottom. I didn't show you, Hatchet. That was one of the special infectees.
How is she pregnant if she hasn't seen her? Oh yeah, she saw him during holiday.
Yeah.
Uh,
God damn!
Yeah, I'm sorry, Hatchet. I'm not sure if you're grossed out by this.
I'm something by that.
I gotta tell Thomas.
Mr. Fish, I got in contact with the Australian outpost. They haven't reported a single similar case.
So if it wasn't the professor and his daughter, who brought the parasites into town?
She did.
Is
I
that...
don't think.
Now
she
it's
did.
clear why your blood was clean. The parasite has settled into the fetus.
No! Please, no!
Mr. Fish,
She
what should we
technically
do?
can't infect anyone, so it wouldn't have been her.
Orders straight from the top, sir. With no cure, all infected are to be terminated.
Get your hands off of him! Are you insane?
It's okay, Amy. I knew the risks when I took this job. We must stop this from becoming an epidemic.
There is
Yvonne,
an antidote.
I'm sorry I couldn't save you or your baby.
But this is before the
That's the
antidote.
last one.
Thomas, we could have had a child. I still had so many plans. Everything came crashing down because of some unimaginable parasite. Who brought this infection down on us?
As far as I'm aware, it doesn't go through saliva.
Well, if it's bodily fluids.
Oh.
Wait, it started with...
That would not make sense to start with her. She can't infect anyone if she's not infected.
Yeah. Oh my god. What is wrong with his leg?
His leg it's just a little bit of a breaky. No matter. He's not using them anymore. Is that twist supposed to make any sense?
No.
No.
Okay. Also, what the
After all you have to think is, can someone who's not infected infect others?
So they
Can an unborn baby infect others?
they basically got rid of all the D-class infectees, especially the one where it had like 5 working ones that they
let's just say
incinerated.
they removed literally every character.
See,
And as a side note, just like a little bit of logic issue here.
yeah.
If a fetus is infected with something, the mother would also be infected with that thing.
Because they constantly share blood.
Yeah.
So even then, even within their stupid bullshit, it's still bullshit. It's a
Also,
bullshit sandwich.
babies can't infect people when they're not born yet.
Yeah.
They could infect it through the mom, but the mom needs to be infected as well.
Oh, this is so stupid.
So they did add violence. Because nowhere in the article they go like, everyone must be terminated. Everyone, every single person.
Besides that, they literally infected an entire city, an entire college.
Yeah.
They're basically saying wipe out the entire city. You can't tell me that's not more than double the amount of original violence.
Alright, I will,
Yeah.
Aderna.
Oh, hey, Darna.
Hi,
Nice
Verna.
hydration.
Anyone argue against the rating of 4 on added violence?
No, that seems appropriate.
Yeah. So, deviates from the plot of the article. They changed so
We can
much about the cycle.
We don't need to talk about that. Just put a
We
4 and
don't
move
even
on.
know how fast it actually ages because it apparently depends.
It's just it's just like it has like the creators of that video just decided they have a magic fucking remote where they can fast forward and rewind the stages of infection whenever they feel like it.
Yeah. So, uh, last category, only men in a video / offensiveness.
I feel like with how they treated the plot twist, there's some level of bad women's anatomy that at least deserves a 2.
I could agree with that, yeah. Just like just like the fetus isn't the fetus is infected, but the mother isn't infected.
And yet,
That's
at every
yeah.
other turn when they show people infected, it's always with saliva or blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's just dumb.
Also, they could have gotten so more offensive because, like, it is stated it will essay in stage 7.
Oh, that reminds me. Maybe we should add one more point because they almost have the main character unhappied.
Unhappied?
Unhappy?
He almost got the no touch.
Did they though?
I said almost.
I don't think I noticed that.
I
I
mean,
said she almost got the no touch. Remember her friend?
the biker guy. I mean, yeah, he was. Oh yeah, he was kind of crawling over her, leaning
He
down.
literally crawled over her. She said, "Oh, thank God," to the people with guns, and she said, "I was almost," and then she passed out.
Well, I feel like given the fact that they basically took all sexual elements out of that, that could just as easily be like interpreted as like I was almost killed, like he was about to attack her physically.
We can rewind back to that spot.
Yeah, if you wanna. Or Bright, did you close it?
Yeah,
Well.
I can get it back.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh god, I'm just seeing the thumbnails.
Are you having bad flashbacks?
Hold on, I gotta find it.
Round then.
Not me trying to instinctually click on the timeline to get to the spot.
Don't!
I need it.
Oh, thank God! He was about to!
I don't know, I feel like that can reasonably just be interpreted as violence, considering, like, why would they just suddenly drop in the sexual stuff when they completely omitted it throughout the rest of it?
Technically, it was sprinkled with sexual suggestion the whole time.
Was it? And I just missed a bunch?
Yeah, a little bit of it, yeah. There was a scene where they were gonna get back at this one girl. They lifted a bit of their skirt and put a beer in her hand.
I see.
Yeah, they did that.
Then yeah,
Besides that,
if you two feel that that was like notably more sus given like you watched the whole video, then yeah, go ahead and make that 3.
All right. We still have not broken 30.
A whopping 5%.
I want to break 30. I want this to. With Lucius, we got as much as like 50% and 55 or something.
Yeah. It's hard to
So
beat
yes,
them.
we went through an entire other content, and obviously they were higher rated. Now we wish they were not as crappy as they are right now, and they could get to Professor Lucius levels of bad instead.